Welcome, guys, to the first episode, brand new of the Neutral Corner. It's Danny Glover with Lex, and we're here. We're always going to keep it neutral. It's a brand new show as we're doing. We're going to talk about some topics. In future, we're looking to have some guests on, fighters, trainers, people within the combat sports business, whether it's to do with boxing, MMA, or any kind of martial arts for that matter. First off, we're going to talk about Joe Smith Jr. last night. He fought Steve Jeffrard. Steve Jeffrard came in on a week's notice. People was, campaigning for Craig Richards to get the call. Being the champion, first defense, I can understand why Joe didn't really want to go in with someone of that much risk. So, would you agree?
Yeah, not a short notice either. Obviously he took a guy who was already fighting on the bill, wasn't he?
No, he was going to fight a week later.
Oh, it was a week later. I apologise. Quick defence. Why not get out of the way and move on? His post-fight, he was calling out a lot of people, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was calling out. He said he wanted. First of all, he took out Steve Jeffrard in the 9th round. Put like a big straight punch combination set in. Steve didn't come to win at all. It was very negative, poor performance. But I didn't expect much from him, seeing that I looked through his record. He hadn't fought anyone of note, and I did notice he even lost to Travis Reeves on points, who, for those of you who might remember Travis Reeves, do you remember Anthony Yarde took him out a couple years back?
In the Royal Albert Hall.
Yeah, that's the one. Just before the Kovalev fight, I believe. Yeah. So when I see he lost him, I thought, okay, Joe's gonna do him. I'm surprised the guy even went long as it did, to be fair. Yeah. But yeah, when Joe won, he called out Arthur Beterbiev next. And then he says when he wins that, providing he wins that, but he says when he wins that, then he wants a rematch with Dimitri Bivol because he feels he didn't perform as well as
his best of his ability.
Yeah, and then he says afterward when he unifies and becomes undisputed, then he wants the pound for pound king in none other than who, Canelo Alvarez. So what do you think about his free fight?
His roadmap. I don't think he'll make it past Beterbiev. That guy's a monster. But that being said, you can never count anyone out in boxing. This is the neutral corner, as we like to call it. Yeah, in my personal opinion, I don't think he beats Beterbiev. But like I said, you never know. What he's saying about Bivol, I feel if the rematch would be a bit more competitive.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know which way it'll go. I'll probably edge Bivol, but I feel like it'll be a bit more competitive. And Canelo, I don't know, you just can't count him out, can you?
Count who out?
Canelo, like you just can't go against him.
Yeah, I'd see Canelo beating him because Joe's not the best boxer. He's quite slow and he's methodical. He fights a bit Eastern European-y, even though he's American. Quite a bit robotic, not fast. He has got power, but Canelo's never really shown any signs of
weaknesses on
that chin. So I don't think that's going to get it done. And I see Canelo. Yeah, I see all three of them beating Joe. But he's a champion, and he's he's got his dream. He's made his first defense, and he's ambitious. He isn't talking about, oh, let me see what my promoter can do for me, and we'll go back to the drawing board and look at the landscape. He's actually just calling out, and he's called out the killer in Beterbiev straight away. So I've got to give him mad props for that. And if that comes off, that'd be a good fight.
But he calls himself blue collar. So blue collar man.
Yeah, blue collar. He's like a digger, isn't he? He does road work and that.
Yeah, so he's a man of the people.
Yeah, the all-American dream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Big up Joe. So
and he follows the page as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So the page I'm talking about is on Fight Fan TV Live, which is on Instagram. You get all the updates on boxing, UFC, and all combat sports.
Yeah, so yeah, he shows lots of big up Joe Smith. I like his fighting. He's very and he's had a good run since the Bill defeat. He beat Jesse Hart, who's well ranked. He knocked out Alida Alvarez, and we know Alida Alvarez is a very serious fight. He knocked out Kovalev before. He won the title against Maxim Vlasov in a very close fight. Could have gone either way in many people's opinions. And then he's obviously just made his first defense. He was due to fight. Who was the original opponent again?
Callum Johnson.
Yeah, Callum Johnson. Sorry. Yeah, it's a good first defense. It's not his fault.
But that was a voluntary, wasn't it?
Yeah, voluntary. It wasn't even mandatory.
So I feel it for Callum Johnson, man. I just feel like, obviously things ain't gone his way, but he deserves his shot. And every time, that comes near or close or signed, something happens. And whereas a voluntary, I don't think he's going to get another shot because it's not somebody that you want to face voluntary.
Yeah. Well, we picked him before voluntary, but as we've seen, if he's calling out Beterbiev next and all these guys, then he doesn't mind fighting.
Yeah, but it's like he needed a fight in it to defend his title. Somehow
warm up.
You know what I'm saying? Johnson ain't available. And he needed. I wouldn't say a warm up. He needed a game fighter. So you can't call Callum Johnson a warm up.
No, but sorry, not to be because I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't mean he's a warm up type fighter, but I feel he may have chosen because he might see him as a kind of a tune up fight towards a Beterbiev next because they've got that kind of hook power type style. Whereas we've seen both of them blasting each other when Callum Johnson did fight Beterbiev. So if you're looking to fight Beterbiev next, someone to test out first would be a Callum Johnson rather than obviously a Steve Jeffrard. But then so you don't believe Callum Johnson will get another opportunity, which may be the case because we've got Anthony Yarde.
So Anthony Yarde is a mandatory. Obviously, he beat Lyndon Arthur to become the WBO mandatory challenger for Joe Smith's belt. Obviously, I believe he's got one more fight. Was this the one more fight he had?
No, that was it.
Yeah, so he's now a free agent. Joe Smith Jr., isn't he?
Oh no, Joe Smith. I think
this is the one more fight he had.
Okay.
I believe so, to my knowledge. I might be mistaken. So I think he's now. I don't think he might not be with ESPN anymore, but I might be wrong. But that being said, I just hope the fight with Anthony Yarde isn't hard to make. I do see Yarde winning that. Yarde, and these come forward guys, like up and down come forward. Like Yarde eats these guys up for breakfast all day long. So that being said, I do think Yarde will become a world champion. World title will become a world title. I do think Yarde will become a world champion. Well, if that fight gets made in 22 or early 23, but it should get made in 22, right?
Yeah, Frank Warren has a very good relationship with the WBO for the past at least 30 years. So getting Anthony Yarde the shot, albeit be Yarde having to fly over to New York, I don't think you'll get a champion to come over here. So
Yarde you never know. You never know.
You never know, but and Yarde might want to do the American thing because a lot of British fighters do like to make their bones in America and get their name out there, being a champion. So yeah, if Yarde fights him, I would have Yarde as the favourite. As yes, Joe Smith walks forward. Yarde does like to use the counter punches. As we saw, he's more coming forward now rather than countering, as he had to do with Lyndon, because you got to look for Lyndon as Lyndon.
Yeah, but that's because the only reason that was because Lyndon's a boxer. So these like I was saying, these come forward guys that come towards Yarde. Yarde will eat them for breakfast all day long. It's just he's counter punching. But if you're a boxer and got a nice jab, you'll give Yarde a bit more problems. But I'm not saying he won't get the job done, but like Lyndon, like you saw against Lyndon, he just went out there and just took him out. Didn't let him get his jab off. Didn't let him he was fighting in this inside to mid range. He didn't let he didn't let Lyndon find his range at all. So that's what Yarde needs to do against anyone with like a nice, like has boxing skills and has a nice jab. Because Yarde, he's got his feet ain't bad. Like he can move.
Yeah, he's he's got very good dance moves, very
he
agile.
can move. So when it comes to cutting off the ring, he can do that. So I don't have no problem. Anyway, forget that. I don't see him having no problem against Joe Smith Jr.
Yeah, and so that's something to look
at. But the only thing is Joe Smith Jr. won't go away easily.
No, yeah, I've never seen him on the canvas.
Yeah, so he's not going to go away easy at all.
Yeah, so
he'll give his all out. He'll definitely give his all in that match, 110%.
Yeah, definitely 100. So moving on, there's been a bit of controversy with Tyson Fury. You might have seen lately.
Yeah.
Roydgate talking about, it's insinuating, or basically not even insinuating, directly calling Alexander Usyk.
It's Roydhead.
Yeah, Roydhead, a pedhead, steadhead.
And Joshua let him take away the belts.
Yeah.
It's all, bro, that's banner, man. It's banner. There's nothing. Is there proof he failed the test?
No, none that to my knowledge.
So it's just we can't really speak on it, you know. It's defamation of character at this point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's an accusation. But the reason why he's saying it is because Alexander Usyk in the amateurs, when he was like 16, 17, 18, up to 18, fought at 75 kilos at middleweight. Mm-hmm. Then he took 2 years off of boxing. I don't know why. Maybe he went uni, he could have done anything. Mm-hmm. And then he came back 2 years later at heavyweight, 91 kilos. So put on 15 key, which is probably like 2.5 stone. So that's why.
All right. Let me let's put this in let's put this theory, like let's explain this what he's talking about. So basically he said 16, 17.
Yeah, years old.
Yeah, and then he's thought about, let me take a break so I can pump up and fight at heavyweight. Is it because fight at cruise, or was it when he was in the amateurs?
Yeah, amateurs, yeah.
So yeah, he said, let me pump up. Someone's giving this advice, let me take some steroids, pump up so I can come back, and it's all bullets, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You fight at the weight you're at. Like he knows why he took a break, man. You know what I'm saying? But
that's what I'm saying. He could have gone to uni, and during that time, you people have growth spurts late.
Yeah, look at Daniel Dubois.
I remember Daniel when he was little, and he was very, very small as a kid. But it happens.
So is Dubois on the roads as well? Then you know what I'm saying? It's all bullets. Yeah. But it's all, it's, like I said, it's all a bit of banter, man. It's good for the sport, nice and entertaining. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like it. Keep doing it, Tyson Fury. Obviously, the same post, he said, was it the same post where he said a 1-pack, 6-pack, and I forgot what you're saying. But yeah, it's funny, man, you know what I'm saying? And Joshua probably laughing at it as well, if he's a real one, which I think he is. He ain't really taking that shit seriously, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we need it for the sport. It's good, man. It's entertaining,
So how do you think these purse bids are going to go with negotiations regarding Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury, which is ongoing?
The same way it's been going, isn't it? They're talking about is the court of arbitration and this and that.
No, with the 80-20 thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I heard it was gone to the court of arbitration because is Dillian not happy with the split or...
Well, the latest I've heard is that the WBC have ruled it 80-20 for some reason, which isn't in the rule book. But
obviously, now, I know where that is. Everyone, I'm not talking that, but
but
everyone, I know where that is. Dillian knows where that is. Yeah, but it is what it is.
But what's happening is that it's going to purse bid. So every promoter, be it DAZN, Matchroom, everyone can bid.
Explain what purse bids is for the people who don't know what it is.
Yeah, purse bids is a fight auction. So for you to be able to stage a show, every different promoters can bid, just like an auction, to be able to hold the rights to the fight. So everyone puts in their bid. Whoever wins gets to stage the fight between Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte. And then what it is that Eddie Hearn has said in an interview recently that he's looking to go bid very big. That way, the 20% that Dillian will be getting will be higher than the offer that top rank Bob Arum was looking to offer him, which was like 5 mil. So if he bids mad high, even if it is 20%, that 20% could be 7 mil, 8 mil, 10 mil, hopefully. So
And
they get
also
around it.
the sorry to cut you off. You can't see each promoter can't see each other's bids, so you never see each other's bids.
No.
You just hand in your envelope with the bid. So which I think is very stupid. Like that's robbing fighters of, in my personal opinion, that's robbing fighters of extra money because they could just be a crazy bidding war.
Yeah, but that's how it is.
It's just crazy,
Boxing eBay, isn't it?
Crazy in my opinion. Like they can be, if they like actually saw people's bids, that'll give another promoter opportunity to think, I actually want this fight, I really do. Let me put the bid up, and then that promoter will be like, actually, I want it. Let me put the bid up. But it's just robbing fighters of, in my personal opinion, of extra money.
So you see, when they put their envelope in, is it just a one chance?
Yeah, but to my knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. So yeah, that as you're right, it does rob a fighter because some promoters, if they might think, oh, maybe I did go a bit low. Okay, if they've seen this fight valued at this much, then let me have a, kind of like a real auction where it's like, do I hear such and such number? Do I hear such and such going once, going twice?
Exactly. But I hope that fight does, go ahead. I really do. Dillian's been waiting, who knows how many days or years he's been waiting for his shot now. So, I hope he does get the shot. He deserves it. He's been grafting for years now. Ever since he got defeated by AJ, dusted himself down, got himself back up and, got himself in position. In terms of who wins that, I don't know, man. Obviously, Dillian's floored Tyson Fury in sparring, didn't he? So
yeah, that's what he says.
And one thing about Dillian, he has got heart. Like you're gonna have to kill him, like proper. I mean, like kill him to stop him or
take him out.
To take him out. So he's gonna be coming all night. Even when he's tired, he's still coming. You know what I'm saying? So and I don't think Tyson's just gonna want to box him with this new style he's got with Sugar Hill. He's showing that he's a bit more entertaining for the fans, so it'll be a good fight, man. That's one that we need to see, I hope it happens in England. It'll definitely fill up a stadium, no doubt about that. And yeah, man, they just need to get on, man.
Yeah. So going over to the other side of the heavyweights division, how do you see Joshua's chances? Because he's fighting Alexander Usyk.
Hey, you know what's mad? Yeah, I was telling the man, like I was chatting, like I don't even chat to Joshua, innit? I don't chat to Joshua, but from when I was chatting to my brethren, and I said, I could tell from how he boxed, is either he's reading the comments or he's listening to people saying he's not a better boxer than Tyson Fury or he can't outbox Usyk. And that's exactly what he tried to do. And he was never outboxing Usyk in a million years. And he knows that. And what's mad is, I was saying this to my brethren and he's like, oh, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, shut up, that's me. I was like, you're just dumb, like, anyway. And 2-2s, he done an interview and he said exactly what I said, like, word for word. He said that you lot people get in his head thinking, I don't think he said that, but he said something about, I thought I could outbox him, whatnot. And, because, what was mad? Like, when you watch that fight, anytime he hits Usyk is shook. He's on his bike.
And he got wobbled a couple times.
Yeah, like, Usyk, so this, trust me, I'm telling you now, this rematch, Anthony Joshua's coming on smoke and he's going to get the stoppage. Yeah. I promise you he's going to get the stoppage, watch.
Well, as you were saying, he did, to an effect, say he did listen to what the people were saying because he said everyone kept saying he's the stiff bodybuilder who can't box, can't move. So he wanted to show people that he can do that.
If something's working for you, you get me? Like, you can't change it. Like, wait, obviously, man's made all this money. Like, he's got to this place doing what he's doing, so you can't just switch it up because of what people say. But obviously, I'm saying I'm all here chatting shit on the sofa, like, to say, like, I'm a professional boxer. So, what I'm saying? It must get to you when people are chatting shit, you know what I'm trying to say? So, it is what it is.
Yeah, but different kind of comments they have to suffer.
The fact is, though, he knows. And that's the only thing that matters when you're not deluded. And Joshua ain't deluded. So he knows, like, trust me, this fight, he's coming on some smoke thing, I'm telling you. He's gonna get my man out of there. I promise you. I promise you, man. I'm putting money up as well. Anybody.
Okay. Well, you heard it first right here. But yeah, I really hope Anthony Joshua does get it back because I believe he has the beating of Usyk.
And the worst thing is, sorry to cut you off, I apologise. He's not even a shit boxer. Like, let's just get one thing straight in it. It's just that Usyk is a master boss. Usyk's like Lomachenko, but in the heavyweight division, innit? But
Yeah.
like Joshua ain't a shit boxer, innit? Because like you saw her the way he outboxed Parker. Parker couldn't even land a glove on him. Like, so Joshua ain't a shit boxer, innit? It's just that when it comes to these kind of men, like it's a different. These men are like they're on some next shit, innit? But I'm not. That doesn't mean you can't beat him in a boxing match. Like, he can still beat Usyk, but he's just not going to be doing it by boxing.
Yeah. He ain't gonna be doing it by the sweet science.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Obviously, I see him with Mayweather. Yeah, let that come later, man. We need to mess something up for this match, man. We don't want to confuse things. Man starts getting into that now. We're just looking to mess something up and keep it stepping.
Yeah. Well, I see he's out in Dubai training with one guy, Chris Eubank Jr. was doing some work with as well. Chris Eubank Jr.'s got his fight rescheduled for next month versus Liam Williams. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that goes. Another very good fight coming up is quite surprising one in Michael Mckinson fighting the hot prospect of the welterweight division, Virgil Ortiz.
I'll tell you that now. People think that's a foregone conclusion. That boy Mckinson, yeah, he's awkward as hell, bro. And when I mean awkward, bro, that is some next kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, from the southpaw stance, bro, that boy is awkward. And don't think Virgil Ortiz, he can bang in that, but he can't box.
No,
he can't box, but he can. Obviously he's an American Mexican.
Yeah.
But he's game. Don't get me twisted. He's got the engine. He's got heart. But bro, it's the sweet science. Sometimes I'll confuse a man.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not writing off Mckinson either. Like, even in that fight against Chris Congo, like, that's my guy in it. Like, but
yeah, he's our boy, man.
Like, that's my guy. So basically, like, even in that fight, Chris, yeah, when he saw my man was awkward, he should have just started walking him down with his hands up. Well, Chris knows that anyway. You know what I'm saying? He knows that, but because he's just mad awkward, that guy. And when you start seeing stuff like that, when you realise, okay, this guy, because Chris can box.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Chris can box. Like, I'm talking like Chris can box, like sick boxer. But when you come up against somebody who's a bit more awkward than you just got to start walking something down. And Chris didn't do that, and he let the fight slip away from him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But going on to this fight, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's a foregone conclusion. Ortiz going to blow him away because he's 15 wins, 15K, something like that to that effect. And McKinson's not really got much KOs on his record. But what my opinion is that Mckinson has a boxer's chance. You know, normally people say, oh, he's got a puncher's chance. Mckinson has a boxer's chance. The same way last year we saw Sandor Martin. Everyone thought was going to go over to America and get wiped out by Mikey Garcia. We saw he stood him on his head and outboxing. And Mckinson is that type of guy because he knows he's not a puncher. It's like going back to the Anthony Joshua thing. Just because people say, oh yeah, you can't punch, you don't just start going out there trying to crash, bang, wallop and score KOs. You stick to what you know and what is effective for you and what you're good at. And that is boxing and the sweet science and his awkward movement and all that type of stuff and knocking. He's always able to knock people off balance to score these knockdowns in fights. He's very good at that. I noticed that even when he was boxing on them MTK shows prior. So I feel that with Ortiz coming in, all wins by knockout, we know he's gonna be looking for the knockout now because a man starts believing in his power too much, and that is when you start falling into traps. Because Michael Mckinson, and that's when he starts landing shots. Not saying he's going to be stopping Virgil Ortiz. I highly doubt that. But anything can happen. But I doubt that. But McKinson could end up running away with it, and you could be at the halfway stage. Virgil starts getting desperate, throwing wild shots, and just getting picked off. Trust.
Because even in his fight against Maurice Hooker, he didn't look the best in that. Far from.
Yeah, and Hooker's not really. Hooker's on the way out.
And Hooker's on the way out, but Hooker also just started moved up to 147. So
Yeah.
like, you know, he wasn't. And the thing is, he's still young as well. So there's a lot for him to learn and stuff.
Yeah, he's only 24.
Yeah, so like anyone want to put a punt on a little sneaky bet, I'll say put money on Mckinson.
Yeah, 5 points.
Yeah, right. No, just straight win.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
If I advise you, put it on point because you get a better deal. Because I don't think McKinson's gonna knock him out. So if he is to win, which I think he has a good chance, he has a boxer's chance. Put it on the McKinson points win. But the odds favourite obviously will be Virgil Ortiz, who's a bright prospect. And sticking into the welterweight division, we've got Conor Benn. Eddie Hearn's looking for his next fight. Talking about Maurice Hooker, there's Adrian Broner says he wants a fight, a comeback fight first before he gets in with Conor Benn.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he says, give me a fight first, like let me warm back in.
Yeah, AKA man, I need a check before the check.
Yeah. Oh my god.
AKA I need a check before the check. I like that, man. Yeah, man.
That's smart business.
Yeah, definitely.
That's smart business. I see him back in the gym. He's looking very heavy. He was giving some coaching tips for one young prospect. So yeah, he's saying he wants a tune up or whatever, a comeback fight, a run out as they call it these days, before he gets in with Conor. So the running guys now is Maurice Hooker or Robert Guerrero.
Guerrero is still in the circuit. Who did he just fight? Was it Ortiz?
Yeah,
Victor.
Not Victor Ortiz. Is it Victor Ortiz? Yeah, Victor Ortiz.
Yeah, it was Victor Ortiz.
Yeah, Victor Ortiz, and that was basically, to me, that looked like two old guys. I wasn't really happy with that fight. And Guerrero's 38 now. I don't like that fight, and that's very hard to sell. I think it's better to get Maurice Hooker in, because Maurice still showed he's got something, and he lost with the hand injury, innit? Yes, he was getting beat by Virgil, but it was the hand injury why the fight got stopped at the end of the day. So I prefer to see that rather than them dragging out Robert Guerrero. It's hard to sell that on the zone. Do you know what I mean?
So yeah, so who do you reckon? Are you talking about that's for Conor Benn?
Yeah, Conor Benn next.
So who we going to see Adrian again against? So he's warm up or tune up, whatever you want to call it.
I don't know. That would be interesting. They haven't put any names out, but Eddie's said that he's up for that, giving him a run out before the Conor fight, because he knows the can man brings mad numbers, so you are going to appease him and give him 2 checks for the price of 1. So that'd be interesting to see who he comes in at. Eddie did say that Broner says he wants to do the tune up at 140, but that wouldn't make sense if you're going to come straight back up to 147. So you might as well just do your run out at 147.
That's that negotiation talk, I like that kind of talk. Yeah, saying, but I want to fight at 140. So if you want to fight at 147, you got to put some more O's on that check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that still. Yeah.
So how do you feel? So how do you see the development of Conor Benn over the past 18 months? Because I think he's improved mad leaps and bounds.
He's improved. Yeah, he's improved. Well, you got to just basically how people are probably looking at his opposition. Obviously, Formella being one of them. He fought Sean Porter. Obviously, they both went points. That's another, like Sammy Vargas, banged him out in a round.
Yeah.
Other people, like I.E. Khan, and I've gone to say tooth and nail with him. That's how people are probably looking at it. But, I don't know, man.
Adrian Granados.
But that Granados fight, I didn't like that fight. If I'm honest.
Yeah, Granados did.
He got the victory. Yeah, Granados didn't come to fight at all. He got the victory though, but he didn't come to fight whatsoever.
Yeah, which you can't blame Conor for at the end of the day though. And then, as we know, he got a highlight reel knockout
against
Chris Algieri.
Chris Algieri. Yeah, and Algieri actually came to win that because he was in mad shape, and I could tell by what he was saying prior to the fight that he actually wanted to win. But obviously, very vicious knockout, vicious.
Yeah.
But he's at the world level now, so there's no going back.
Yeah.
So he's got to stay there. But that Maurice Hooker fight, that would be a nice fight. I'd like to see that. I'd definitely like to see that. It's definitely tell us where he's at.
Yeah, real talk. And I guess the last topic of the day, we'll go over to the UFC MMA. We've got Jamaica versus Nigerian derby in Leon Edwards.
I won't lie to you, man. That's gonna be it's
versus Kamaru Usman.
Your boy ain't ready, man.
Nah?
Your boy ain't ready.
You sure about that?
Your boy ain't ready, man.
Okay, well,
he ain't ready, man. Like all that dumpling and hard food and all that ain't getting him out of this one still.
Oh, what you saying? The pounded is
the real things, man.
The Eba.
Yeah, the real things, man. That's what's lining man up.
What you saying? Malta over.
He had a long day in the office against Diaz, Nate Diaz. Come on, man. Come on, man. We already beat you anyway.
When?
We beat you already. You know that?
No. What was that in some lower organisation?
No, don't worry. Do your research, man.
Well, this is a different time.
Yeah, your boy ain't ready, man. Look, trying to start coming out to the Yarde tunes. Wait, you know you got that from us. you know he got that from us, man.
No.
He got that from us.
No, he got that from his other Yarde man.
Nah, man, we set the pace of all this.
Do you know what? What's his name? Israel. You're talking about Israel, though.
No, I'm talking about Kamaru Usman. We were playing go and watch all our fights. Every single tune is African, Nigerian representing. So,
but who started it out of Israel and Kamaru?
Israel, definitely not Israel.
No,
I'll say it's Kamaru. Actually, I don't know in it, but I'll say we rep it better, man. You see us in the new videos with Burna Boy and Flipping and Wizkid and that. Israel in the videos, man.
I give it to the team Niger, man. They're guiding. But I'm gonna ride with Leon.
Yeah, you got to ride. I respect that. But
do you know what I mean? But if I'm gonna keep it a buck, because you got to keep it neutral. Don't you know what I mean? Kamaru, the ground game, because remember Leon's a ground man, but Kamaru's ground game is superior from what I've seen.
And his boxing game come on leaps and bounds.
That's very true. But Leon, he's got hands too.
Yeah, he has got hands. It's sort of, like I said, he got wobbled by Nate Diaz.
But Kamaru got wobbled by Colby Covington.
Yeah, but that's Colby Covington. He's a good fighter.
But he's not a banger.
He's a good fighter. No, stop saying he's not a banger. The UFC is a different case. Like, the UFC is like when man are grappling and doing this and man hits one of your chin, like, come on.
I'm talking in stand-up. I'm not talking about ground and pound.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if someone's like, it's a different, someone's trying to take your head off, then they're on the floor grounding you, then someone punches you. It's not like boxing, you know what I'm trying to say?
When you are more fatigued,
your punch resistance will what happened? More. What happened when we got wobbled?
No, then you broke his jaw, innit?
Yeah, cool.
which I like.
Cool.
Come on. I like that. And the Jorge Masvidal knockout, now that was very serious because Jorge Masvidal is known as, the handsman, from his Kimbo Slice days doing street fighting and all that. So when Kamaru banged him out, which no one saw coming because everyone was thinking, just like the first fight, he was just going to put him on the floor and, mess him around and win on points. And when he banged him out, that's turned a lot of heads, including mine. So ratings to Kamaru. And I see Kamaru as winning, beating Leon Edwards. But I'm going to ride for Team JA, obviously. So, yeah.
And we got, who's that fight? Francis Ngannou's fighting that heavyweight from France.
Sis.
That's gonna be a good fight.
What's his name?
I can't pronounce it, man. So I apologize.
Yeah. But that's gonna be a very good fight.
Let me research that, man. 1 second.
Is it Gibrit? No. We're going to get it in a minute, guys. But yeah, we're looking forward to that. But then, do you feel, what's his name?
So,
What's his name?
well, yeah.
John Bones
Yeah,
is going to...
Cyril Gane.
That's it, Cyril Gane.
Yeah, huh?
Do you feel that the John Bones Jones fight is going to ever get made?
With Ngannou.
Yeah.
Well, if they give him 100 M's,
Do you think...
he's never getting in that octagon with Ngannou unless it's with some crazy paper. And why would you?
Yeah,
that guy's a monster.
Get seriously hurt by them hands.
That guy's a monster. And what's mad is obviously he was good at his stand-up game, but obviously he linked up with Kamaru Usman, and like he started teaching as well as his new coach. But Kamaru helped him get his ground game on point. You know, like defending takedowns, reversals, you know, submissions, all of that. So now it's become the full package, mate. It's gonna be a problem still.
Yeah, it's like big brother, little brother, and I like the way the men are doing it, and they're looking to stage a show somewhere in West Africa one day.
Well, we're already on that, man. We're already on that, my boy.
Oh yeah,
yeah, we're on that, man. Check this. What's going on with you, fam? We're on that. We just had a show last weekend. You know, Kamaru Usman on his promotion stuff in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah, we on that, man. But obviously, you're probably talking about
Dana.
Yeah, exactly. So you're obviously Kamaru Usman started promoting his own shows in Nigeria. But what Dan is alluding to is probably a UFC show in Africa, that would be mental. Mental.
Yeah, that's what I look forward to, because they've got enough fighters to fill that card and do mad numbers. Yeah, so yeah.
But it don't only have like the misconceptions, like because in Africa it has to be obviously be ideal.
Yeah, the main guys, but obviously you're gonna fill the card with everybody.
Yeah, so the headliners probably will be Israel Adesanya, Kamaru Usman, and then Francis Ngannou. But I'd like other fighters from other backgrounds to fight on the bill as well, to let them know, you know, to let them see and feel how Africa is, man.
Yeah, same way they've done with Dubai, Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, because there's a misconception, you know, about Africa, and, you know, need to get this out of people's heads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So with the 100 M's talk, do you feel some of these UFC...
John Bones?
Yeah, do you think that some of these UFC fighters are going to start going down the boxing route of, you know, hard negotiations?
Well, they can't anyway, because they're in a contract, and their contract is different from a boxer's contract. Like, I saw Masvidal saying the other day he couldn't go and fight Jake Paul because he's locked in with the UFC, and he's saying day, like I'm like, who's day? Like, like it's like, bro, what's going on there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, because it's more than Dana, innit? There's them other brothers.
Yeah, they're Chinese. I don't know if they're Chinese.
Yeah, I don't know. I
don't
want to pinpoint them.
Yeah, I might be getting it wrong,
but they're from the Far East Asia.
Yeah, so those are guys that bought it off Dana. And
yeah.
So obviously, he's saying day, and I'm like, okay, like it sounds like you're locked in, like you can't, you know what I'm trying to say. So, and that goes for a lot of the fighters. I remember Dana used to say, if you're not Conor McGregor, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or Brock Lesnar back then. Ortiz at one point.
You know what I'm saying? So,
everyone has, there's always normally but right now, well, not right now, because Conor's sort of on the slide, big slide, but yeah, he was that guy. So yeah, it makes sense, man. So yeah, I think that about wraps it up from the neutral corner. We're going to be back real soon, so make sure you stay tuned. Subscribe to Fight Fan TV Live to get all the latest and greatest on the YouTube channel, and where you can watch the neutral corner of me and Lex, looking to get more guests in, talk about, keep you up to date with the latest and greatest.
So, and yeah, man, follow the Instagram like Dan just said. You know, we should be having a guest on this week. Not this week, next week. And we'll announce it on Instagram, hopefully. And yeah, just follow the journey, man. It's gonna be fun.
Yep. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, like, subscribe, share. persistence beats resistance. Fight Fan TV. We're out.